Heading out towards post time now. Iceo's the 5-2 favourite. Illico de Blas 7-2. Restitution 9-2. 5-1 about Rewired. Certainly bigger prices earlier. 9-1 Titian from 11s. It's then 12-1 about Elusive Artist. And 16-1 and bigger bar. Flags are raised. Good afternoon, Nick, Martin. Welcome everybody. Day 2 of the Christmas Festival here at Kempton about to get underway. Flags are raised. Walking forward. And they're off. Runners sent on their way for the Ladbrokes We Play Together introductory juvenile hurdle race over the 2 miles. Iceo is the first one to show in the journey. Taking a fairly keen hold down towards the first of their 8 flights of hurdles in the pink and purple silks. Illico de Blas clattered that flight of hurdles, got away with it though, and the first pair getting away from the others in the early part. 3 lengths back to Elusive Artist. And in the dark blue and orange, Optimistic Belief is in 4th, approaching the 2nd hurdle. They're then racing clear from Rewired, who jumps that in the share for 5th place, with Restitution in the 2-tone blue. Another length and a half away to Fight For It, who is then a length in front of Titian. Another 2 lengths then back to Khaleesi, and the back marker is Dragon's Fire, with Keelan Woods now on board in those red and dark blue silks. So they set off then over the poly track and down the side of the racecourse, and it's now Illico de Blas, who won at Chateaubriand back in May, who leads under David Noonan. Shows by the best part of 3 lengths down to Iceo in 2nd place and Bryony Frost. Then Optimistic Belief and Noah Houlihan back in 3rd, about 6 lengths away to Elusive Artist, and then Restitution, followed closely by Rewired, and then Fight For It with Titian as the leader quickly clears over flight number 3. The whole field are over safely. Khaleesi is a bit untidy. Dragon's Fire remains the back marker at the 4th. The leader put in a mighty leap there. Illico de Blas is clear and has now developed about a half a dozen lengths lead over Iceo, who races in 2nd place. We're about to turn to go over to the back straight. They're about 8 lengths then clear from Optimistic Belief, who is racing in 3rd. Restitution a further 5 lengths behind that runner in 4th placing. And then Elusive Artist is in front of Rewired and Fight For It, with Titian racing next, with Khaleesi 2nd to last, and Dragon's Fire is still the back marker. We're on the way towards flight number 5, and it's David Noonan on board Illico de Blas, who lead clearly from Iceo and Bryony Frost in 2nd, 8 lengths away to Optimistic Belief, who is in 3rd position. Elusive Artist is next, with Restitution for company. Rewired a little wide up from those, and then Fight For It in light blue and red silks going out over flight number 5. Further behind to Titian, then Khaleesi's nudged along on the landing side of that flight of hurdles. Dragon's Fire is still the back marker, and they're on the way down towards 3 from the finish. Illico de Blas leading by 3 lengths over Iceo in 2nd. Restitution has now come out of the pack to be a closing 3rd. They're 10 lengths then clear from Rewired, Fight For It, and then Titian is edging a little closer. That was 3 from the finish, the last flight over on the far side. Illico de Blas leading a length and a half to Iceo in 2nd. Restitution apparently going well in 3rd position at this point. Rewired has moved up into 4th. Titian has certainly got closer now, up into 5th place. Now just moving by Fight For It. Behind that one then, about 3 lengths away to Dragon's Fire. He's certainly got a lot closer, having sat last early on. Iceo's come through to lead. Illico de Blas has stopped quickly on the bend towards home. Restitution moves up into a challenging 2nd. Rewired is now 3rd. Titian under driving in 4th. They've got away then from Illico de Blas, who has ridden along 5th, and then Dragon's Fire and Fight For It into the home straight with 2 to take. And it's Iceo who is clear now by 8 lengths. Restitution is off the bridle in 2nd, pushed along. Rewired about to challenge for that position. Iceo at 2 out, pops over nicely clear. Rewired's landed in 2nd, Restitution in 3rd, and then Titian, who put in a tired leap in 4th. They're racing down towards the final flight of hurdles, and Iceo surely only has to jump it to win. He's clear by 20 lengths. At the last, he fiddles over the top. He's well clear from Rewired, who jumps it in 2nd. Restitution over in 3rd. But this is easy for Iceo. He won at Dieppe back in August. Absolutely canters home on his UK debut to make it 2 out of 2 over hurdles under Bryony Frost. Iceo the winner. Rewired's going to be home in 2nd. Restitution's going to be 3rd. It's a long way then back to Titian, who looks to hold on to 4th place from Illico de Blas, and then Dragon's Fire.
Best possible start to the day for Paul Nicholls, who's with me now. Paul, Iceo's done that really quite impressively. Is that what you were anticipating coming here today?
We didn't really know. He's been very keen at home. You can see he was a little bit keener over the first couple, and that's hence he had the hood on. And once he got a lead, he'd switched off, and then he went completely the other way. Always showed plenty of ability, and he won very nicely. When he won his race in France and the summer, I was really taken by the performance. Didn't expect him to be quite so keen, so we spent quite a lot of time getting him to settle and switch him off. Hence, you never really work up sides and see what you've got, but evidently he's a smart horse.
I'd imagine Bryony was quite pleased that there was one even keener than him in the race, so she could get a bit of cover.
Possibly, but I suppose if he hadn't been in the race, he'd have had a nice, easy, soft lead to switch off, because the other one went by him here, he was away, and then he just relaxed nicely, and so that was good. And you know, as he matures and learns about that, he can only get better.
You've seen a lot of juvenile hurdles jump. How do you rate his jumping?
Oh, he's awesome, really. I mean, he's a chaser in the making. He's bred to be a chaser. He's not a flat type horse. One day along the line, like all the others, he'll be a lovely chaser.
Do you see him as the sort of horse you could run in graded juveniles this season, though? Are you going to still aim him at races like the Triumph Hurdle?
I don't know about the Triumph. That's a different type of race, but you know, on soft ground, there's been some good races for him. He's obviously very talented, but we hadn't really made a plan other than today.
How do you rate Grenadine's chances later against Shishkin?
He's fitting well. He's come out of the race the other day. He's a very good horse. Keeps improving, so I think he's got a great chance.
And will he mind the ground?
But it's funny. He won on heavy ground at Ascot one day. Absolutely bolted in. Won over hurdles and heavy ground. But since then, it's just more circumstance. He's run on decent ground, or just the way it is. But I don't think the ground will be a problem to him. I don't think so, no. I mean, it's a different track, different day, but it's not Tingle Creek today, is it? I mean, that Tingle Creek the other day, it was a proper race, you know, and he won there. He won the celebration chase. He was only beaten a length in the champion chase, so hopefully it'll go well.
Yeah, you sound confident.
Well, he's fitting well, isn't he? That's a big advantage. And Nicky's obviously had a few little issues with his and wasn't sure whether he was going to run or not today. And so I suppose on the ground today is a little bit harder for them, isn't it? So, you know, we could use our fitness advantage. We'll see. I mean, if Shishkin's as good as it's supposed to be, he should win today. But it's a step up from novice chase to that next grade now, so we'll all see today.
How are the horses come out of the King George yesterday?
Yeah, all good. And Frodon was absolutely out on his feet. Clan was fine today. He'll have a little break till the Newbury, and St Calvados was fine. He's been the hardest to train. I had a little setback with him, hence we couldn't run him. So he will improve more fitness-wise than any of the others. So all in all, it was a good run by all three of them.
Do you still think of St Calvados as a 3-miler?
Well, ridden to get 3 miles, yeah. I mean, yesterday we were in front far too soon. I think if Gavin could ride the race again, he'd have probably followed the winner, as he was going to the 5th last. And you might have gone very close. I mean, ultimately, the ground was soft enough for him, as I said, will improve for the run. But at home, he suggests to us he is a 3-miler. So I think when everything's right for him on the right day, he could run very well in a race like yesterday.
So a horse you've got quite a bit of faith in?
Oh, without a doubt. He's bound to improve, and we were thrilled with him yesterday.
Okay, Paul, thanks so much. Brainman's Game, just a quick word on him. He's okay?
He's come out of the race today. Again, he's amazing. He's studying the winners and closers. He's got so much ability. He's hardly having a blow. I haven't made a plan with him yet, but we'll think of something over the next few weeks and enjoy him.
Do you feel like running him sometime in late January, early February?
I don't know. If he's easy to train. He's very clean-winded, so we could go to the. A favourite would be the 3-mile at Cheltenham. We'd obviously cover both options if we were going to go to Cheltenham. So whether we give him one run somewhere like the Scilly Isles or beforehand, or we go straight to Cheltenham, I've got to discuss that with the boys.
And finally, you're about to run solo in the Wayward Lad. It's an enterprising entry, quite well backed this morning. Is that well founded?
Yeah, he likes the track. The ground was a bit quick from Newbury the last day. He's learning all the time. This is his way round. I wouldn't be surprised if he ran very well. Obviously, King's horse is going to be hard to beat, but he did have a hard race at Sandown.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay. All right.